Hello, my beautiful creatives. It's Emma, your creative business mentor. Right, let's talk about onboarding clients. So, last week in the Bespoke Business Hub, in the membership program, on the Facebook group, I had one of the members show us her brand new sales PDF to bring new clients on board. She's rebranded her business, she's remessaged, she's finding a new market, a new type of client that she wants to work with. So of course she had to create some client onboarding materials. It was a beautiful 10-page PDF, beautifully designed with all the information about working with her in it. Now, there was a problem that I flagged up that I wanted her to think about, and it's what I want you to think about when you are making PDFs or documentation or sales letters or any kind of onboarding material for your clients. You have to think quite carefully, who is this for? Is it for a prospective client who is umming and ahhing, looking to work with me, not sure if I'm the right fit for them? Or is it an actual client that has made the decision to work with you, has paid their deposit, and now is being onboarded as a client? You might think they are similar, but they're very different because each person needs something completely different in terms of information because they are at different stages in their decision process. The client that you're prospecting, they haven't made the decision to work with you yet. So when you produce a PDF or a sales page, they need information about, your pricing. What do you get when you work with you? What are the deliverables? What is the rough time frame? Is it a week? Is it a month? Is it a year's commitment? Can you do a 24-hour turnaround? Whatever it is, clients need to know the bare bones of what you do, the deliverables, how it's going to benefit them, the price, the time scale, all those kind of things go into your sales PDF or your sales letter, your sales page. Now, and of course with testimonials and benefits and things like that, so people can really feel that you are the right person for them when it comes to, doing the project work, doing the project. But once you've onboarded them, a 10-page PDF or a really long sales letter is no longer what they need. They need to know, because they're further along on the decision making, they've decided to work with you. So they need to know the process of working with you. What's happening next? Next steps. What can they expect from you? What's happening in week 1, for example? What can they expect in week 3? How are the reviews spaced out? And what can they expect at each review, and what are the deliverables after each review? When's the end of the project going to be? How is best to communicate with you? All those kind of things go into the documentation when you're onboarding your clients. So do you see how if you just have one document that you send to prospective clients and new clients, you're actually going to make everybody a little bit confused because they're two different types of people and they need different things. Now, another thing I want to warn you about when you're doing your sales PDF or sales letter, sales document, is to make sure that you also have I'm tripping on my words, a short, snappy version of it. Because I actually did start, many years ago, I did have like a 10-page sales PDF that I would send prospects, and nobody read it. People actually don't read that well. They skim read it, which is why a sales page is constructed in a certain way, because people do skim read and they need to have certain things repeated on them. But if you're sending them a document to sort of to entice them to become and be a client, sometimes 10 pages, they're just not going to read through it. And it's also the same with your onboarding document. 10 pages of all the minutiae of what it's like to work with you and what to expect next. Honestly, people won't read it. I know that you've put your heart and soul into it, but people don't always read all 10 pages. And I still had clients all those years ago when I was doing those long onboarding documents, people still asking me questions that were answered in the document, but the document was too big. People just don't have the time to do it. So my suggestion to you is, yes, have a longer, more comprehensive document, but also have a short, snappy, one-page PDF that has all the pertinent information listed really quickly, so they can, yep, that's what I'm going to get, yep, that's what I can expect. So have your long version, but also have your short version. Now, I actually only have a short version to onboard my clients. I have a one-page PDF that has the timeline of what to expect in week 1, week 2, week 3, all that kind of stuff, the reviews, when they're going to get them, how long they have to wait between reviews and deliverables, all that stuff that's relevant to my business in a timeline. So you might have something that you could do in your business, and that's on one side of the A4 PDF. On the other side is kind of like, it's very overview, terms and conditions, you know, what to expect, when the next payment plan is, when the next payment is due. I have a link to my terms and conditions, but I also give them a second page, which is my small print. Now, the small print is, again, more of an overview of my terms and conditions, because, you know, if you send people to a website link with terms and conditions, it can be really quite long and turgid and boring. But you just have a small print, you know, storage times, deliverables, copyright, what else is on their payment terms, refunds, that kind of thing. And so I give them a second page with the small print. But on the welcome guidelines, it's short and snappy, and then the second page is my small print. And then if they want something a bit deeper, they click on a hyperlink and it takes them to my terms and conditions page with a lot more information on it. So ever since I've been having that snappy one-page onboarding document, which I call the welcome guidelines, and then my one-page, the small print, I actually call it the small print, I've never actually had pushback or questions or confusion on the part of my clients, because they know exactly what's happening next, and they don't have to sort of wade through 10 pages of onboarding documentation. So I hope that's helped you a little bit in what you need when you're onboarding your clients, and the difference between the documentation for onboarding clients and the documentation that you need for prospective clients. Now, if you've got any questions, I would love to answer them. Put them in the comments below. Don't forget to check out all the amazing freebies I have in the description, all kinds of PDFs and free webinars that will help you build your creative business. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I really want to grow this channel this year, and I'd love you to be part of it.